Well, he's that kind of player. You expect big things each and every time he goes up. He's one of those guys people pay to see him play. I mean, they see him come up to a bat and they know he can do something dangerous each and every time up. He's a special guy, and that's why to keep him healthy is priority number one at this moment.
I know you're trying to take it one game at a time, but when you look at everything that goes into a game like today, the pitching matchup, what it was, the injuries that you have, does this win feel a little bit more satisfying than some others?
No doubt. I mean, when you're facing, Jose Fernandez, and now I'm not taking anything away from Rafael Montero, but you're facing one of the best pitchers in the game, a guy who, really has pitched well against us, and we were short tonight a little bit, and so you're just saying, geez, if we can just hang in there, and we hung in there. Rafi pitched a very, very nice. He threw a lot of pitches, but he gave us 5 innings, and the bullpen did a nice job. They kept us in the game. So it was one of those games that you don't expect to win. That's why it's baseball.
Tony.
Terry, how much of a sense do you have of what Cespedes is playing through, not only like now, tonight, but just in the past couple of weeks, past couple of months of just physically what he's playing through?
Yeah, Tony, I'm going to tell you, I think he feels a lot better. I think his leg is still a little bit of an issue. I just think the rest has helped it enough that it doesn't bother him to play, so he can play through it. But that's well, yesterday we didn't play him because he played the night before and had to score and got a little stiff after the end of the game, and we got to keep this guy in the field as best we can. So. But I do know before he went on the deal, he was hurting. And that also stems from the hip early in the year, the one that got all swelled up. So he's played through some discomfort, but I tell you, he's fun to watch.
Rich.
Terry, you said the first day Jose Reyes came here that you thought he would change the dynamic of this team. This is a guy who hasn't seen postseason in a decade, since 2006. What has he brought to the team in terms of what he brings every day?
Well, Rich, that's what he brings. He brings the attitude to play every day. Throughout the year, you go to guys and you'll sit them and you say, hey, look, I need to get you a day this week, and they'll kind of nod. He's been here, and I talked to him the other day about taking a blow, and he said, I've missed enough time already. And, the energy on the field, always having fun. In the clubhouse, he's a dynamic figure in that clubhouse. So we're lucky. We all certainly are glad he's here. He's a great teammate, and I'm telling you, he's bringing something to our team too.
Steve.
Terry, given the way things have gone with the injuries this year, what are you thinking after he scored that run and is on the ground?
My first thought is, oh my God, who in the hell am I going to play at shortstop? And that was my first thought because we were, a little short. So that was my first thought as I went out there. But I didn't have to worry about it.
Who would it have been?
I probably had to move Flo over there and, put somebody at second base, knock the ball down.
Dave.
Terry, we focus so much on the pitching substitution you've had to make in the holes in the rotation. Does it just have to be more of a cooperative effort now between both sides of the team? You saw the bullpen step up tonight when he gave you 5 scoreless. And, can the team do that? Can they fill in those holes, whether it be lineup and the rest of it?
Dave, we got to really battle through. We got 2 more days before we can increase the rosters, which would help us immensely right now. Tomorrow, we won't have Smoker tomorrow. It's 3 days in a row, and I don't think he's pitched all year 3 days in a row. So, and then in a couple of days, hopefully, we'll with the starting pitching starting to get in shape, somebody's going to have to go to the bullpen of those young guys, and I think that when they're down there, they will help us out. But it's got to be a team effort. Everybody's got to pull on their end of the rope. We can't turn to just one entity and say this is how we're going to win. This is how we're going to get back in this. It's got to be both sides of the ball. It's got to be pitching, defense. We got to come up with some big hits. So